Good evening. For those who don't know me, I'm the Rev David Mock. I'm Ruth's husband, and I've sort of stepped in to cover someone else who couldn't preach this evening. So it's very much my privilege to be here and remembering with you. In 18 months of being a hospital chaplain, one of the most common things people keeping a bedside vigil keeping a bedside vigil with a dying loved one say is something to do with regret. Usually it's something like, I wish I had told her I loved her more often, or I wish I'd spent more time with them. I wish. And sometimes that I wish gets in the way of remembering how much they meant to us and why they meant so much to us. That I wish can sometimes make us forget that they are in our hearts where we store our treasures from life. They're in how we walk into a room, how we see the world, our hobbies, our work, how we speak, what we speak about, and what is important to us and what isn't. Our regrets can get in the way of recognizing that those we love and miss have been giving themselves to us like a living bequest the whole time that we knew them. Everyone is a gift from God. Some know it, and some live it out quite purposefully. Others don't realize it, but they still do the same. And there's others, unfortunately, who don't know it, don't care, and don't share anything of value with us at all. But I'm sure that you're here tonight because the world is a different place, because someone isn't here. I don't like giving advice in situations like this, but I do offer some encouragement. Remember that those you love and miss are part of you. So explore your heart and see what they've given you and give thanks for it. Take those gifts and store them in that treasure trove of your heart. But also make sure you don't keep them locked away. Bring them out sometimes and let them see the light. Share why you're here tonight with someone in your life. And in doing so, you will share a little something about the person you love and who you miss. You will let their story perhaps become part of another person's story as well. Being remembered is one of the greatest tributes that we can pay to another human being, especially those who I would call ordinary, the people who didn't achieve world records or fame, but instead people who did the best they could with what they had. Those who were good neighbors, who made time for others, who were kind, patient, and interested. Those who made delicious cakes, or who could fix anything. Those who knew how to distract Dad when he wanted to ask what time you got in last night. The ones you could share your feelings with and know that you wouldn't be judged. We all will do this remembering in our own way. But let me offer you a little bit more encouragement. There's no point crying if there's nothing to laugh about. Make sure in the midst of your sadness you remember the joy too. The laughter you shared, the smiles, the little words, the knowing, and the inside jokes. My favorite part when I do funerals is sharing a story the family have told me that I know every person in the church will already know. And my favorite part is telling that story, and then even in the midst of tears, a room bursting out in laughter and joy. It's not inappropriate because they're celebrating that person and that memory in their lives. And I hope you'll be able to do that as well. To laugh in the midst of your tears and have joy that you knew whoever it is you're here to remember. And I think most people would want to be remembered with joy. And we have permission to remember with that joy. So my condolences to you tonight. My prayer for you is that one day you will find peace. Peace enough to see the treasures the other person has given you, and to see that they have given you a gift of life that you in turn might give to someone else. Amen.